morning, everyone. Good afternoon. This morning, 2 arrests were made in connection with an explosion that occurred on the campus of the Harvard Medical School in Boston on Saturday, November 1st at 2:45 a.m. 18-year-old Logan David Patterson and 20-year-old Dominique Frank Cardoza were taken into custody early this morning and charged for their alleged involvement in the explosion. According to the charging documents, at approximately 2:33 a.m. on November 1st, surveillance cameras captured 2 suspects wearing face coverings, walking near the medical school, and lighting what appeared to be a Roman candle fireworks. Approximately 10 minutes later, the defendants were allegedly seen climbing scaffolding on the side of 220 Longwood Avenue and accessing the roof. A short time later, campus police were alerted to a fire alarm from an explosion on the 4th floor of the building, which houses a research laboratory for Harvard Medical School's Department of Neurobiology. Security video showed the defendants allegedly exiting the building through a first-floor emergency exit and fleeing the area in opposite directions between 12:45 and 2:50 a.m. Apparently, they were aware that they may have been caught on security footage because they began ditching distinctive items of clothing that they were previously wearing. According to the charging documents, the explosive, which detonated inside a research laboratory locker, is believed to have been a large commercial firework. Following the release of the suspects' photos, members of the public called authorities, identifying Cardoza and Patterson as the alleged culprits. Thanks to a number of principled individuals who did the right thing and called authorities when they recognized Patterson and Cardoza, investigators were able to quickly piece together surveillance videos, comb through evidence, and positively identify them as alleged perpetrators of the charged crime. I want to add that we are very early in the investigation, and the criminal complaint filed today is all that will be public for now. The investigation is very much ongoing. Anxiety levels naturally rise when the public learns that an explosion was intentionally caused. I would say those levels may rise even higher in the Boston area. Luckily, our local police, campus police, state police, and federal authorities responded immediately and worked collaboratively through the weekend to ensure that this incident was in fact isolated and to identify those who are alleged to have caused it. It took an immense amount of law enforcement resources to determine quickly that there was no continuing threat to the surrounding community. The conduct alleged in the charging documents was not only irresponsible and risky, it was criminal. And there are consequences for those who commit federal crimes. Lastly, I want to thank the FBI and the JTTF partners, including the Boston PD, the Massachusetts State Police, the Harvard, Wentworth, and local police departments, and the Boston Fire Department, all of whom responded to this concerted effort as a result of the incidents that occurred, and as well as the prosecutors in my office for their swift and decisive actions that resolved this matter quickly.
Well, thank you, Leah. And good afternoon. My name is Ted Dox. I'm the Special Agent in charge of FBI Boston. Earlier this morning, special agents and officers with FBI Boston's Joint Terrorism Task Force and the Harvard University Police Department arrested 2 Massachusetts men in connection with the explosion at Harvard Medical School. We took 20-year-old Dominic Cardoza of Plymouth and 18-year-old Logan Patterson of Bourne into custody without incident following the execution of simultaneous search warrants at their homes. There's no doubt what these men allegedly did in conspiring to commit a deliberate and extremely dangerous act could have resulted in casualties had the Goldenson building been occupied at that time. This explosive device had the potential to cause significant injury to anyone nearby. But only by sheer luck and because of a rapid response of first responders, no lives were lost, no one was injured, and property damage was limited. But let me be clear, setting off an explosive device inside a locker at an institution geared toward higher education is not some harmless college prank. It's selfish, it's short-sighted, and it's a federal crime. What's equally disturbing, these 2 men allegedly boasted about what they did to their friends. We believe these two knew what they were doing was wrong, and they did it anyway. And while doing so, they tried to conceal their identities. It's alleged Dominic Cardoza even went as far as trying to hide evidence that could connect him to the alleged crime. The FBI recovered video footage that shows Cardoza sitting down on a bench after he fled the scene and removed his pants to throw them in a nearby garbage bin. Thankfully, our evidence response team was able to retrieve them. Now, almost every day across the Commonwealth, either an FBI special agent bomb technician or another federal, state, or local bomb tech responds to a call for an explosion, a suspicious package, or a threat. They don't do it for glory. They don't do it for money. They do it for us. They do it to keep the community safe from unspeakable harm. Answering those calls leave no room for error. Although we are announcing the arrest today, make no mistake, this investigation is ongoing. However, I can assure you at this time, there is no evidence of any ongoing threat to the university or to the public. Today's arrest should be a warning to others that if you use an explosive to maliciously damage or destroy someone else's property, you should not be surprised when the FBI show up at your door with our partners to take you into custody. I want to personally thank the community for their patience and cooperation. We could not have gotten to this point today so quickly without their help. I'd also like to highlight the courage and bravery of those who stepped up and did the right thing by calling law enforcement. The information they provided was instrumental in advancing this investigation. Additionally, I want to extend my gratitude to U.S. Attorney Leah Foley and her team, the Boston Police Department, the Massachusetts State Police, and Harvard University Police Department, and its chief, Dennis Downing, who allowed seamless integration of my team into the investigation. I want to also thank the agents, the analysts, and the task force officers on our Joint Terrorism Task Force, who have been literally working around the clock to identify and bring responsible individuals to justice. Thank you.
Take some questions.
Was there any apparent political motive for this, or any motive at all at this point?
The investigation is ongoing, and it's just too early right now for us to speculate.
Mr. Schrank, can you speak about the device itself? You said it appeared to be a Roman candle. Any idea if they purchased it in New Hampshire or where they got it from?
At this point, we don't have any information that's public about where they were purchased.
Have the suspects said anything?
That also is not public at this time.
So a cherry bomb or a Roman candle?
Our information is that it was a Roman candle.
And to be clear, they're not Boston-based college students, but they were at various colleges over the weekend.
That is correct. There appeared to be numerous parties ongoing on Friday.
Any other questions? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.